Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have 3 teams for you for the City of Thieves faction event, but I gotta say something before we get started. City of Thieves is the best farming faction in the game. So a lot of y'all out there are gonna want to keep it at level 20. You can't do the faction event and keep it at level 20 unless you do it a certain way. So you gotta be very, very careful. Anything you do in the faction event, if you go to 30, if you go to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, it's going to be permanent and forever. Level 20 gets a special bonus for some reason. It's really stupid, but level 20 is worth way, way more than level 30, level 40, level 50, level 500. Level 20 is worth way, way more, like a 2 times multiplier, while everything else is like 0.5 or 1. So twice as much loot. That is why when you go to level 50 and you clear it and you clear it and you clear it and you're like, why am I not getting a lot of loot? It's because you're not doing it on level 20 where you would get twice as much. So to keep it on 20, you're going to have to play the event, fight up to the boss, and then run from the boss. So you beat all the rooms on level 20. That gives you some points. You go to the boss room, you retreat, you start all over again. You do all the rooms on level 20. You go to the boss, you retreat, you start all over. You do all the rooms on level 20. You go to the boss, you retreat, you start it all over. It gets you points still, just takes way longer. You might not be able to get all the rewards, but you won't permanently increase your level and ruin your farming faction. Now, some of you out there may not need it as a farming faction anymore. Maybe you have all the legendary troops down there, all the troops in the underworld. Maybe you have all your horde levels up, all your factions up, etc. First team here was the low-level team. It's your Rowan team. That's a really cool thing about City of Thieves is you can use your Rowan team. That example was the Golden Cog, Clockwork Sphinx, Rowan, and Leprechaun. That's like the first Rowan team you're ever going to get. There's definitely better ones out there when you have higher stats, but that's the first one you're ever going to compile and start using. So use that to farm City of Thieves every day on level 20. 3 times a day, get all that loot, get all the troops in the underworld, get all your horde levels to at least 100, get all your qualities to 10, and then you can maybe start thinking about not having it on 20 anymore, because it is a permanent mistake if you go above 20. Here is the high-level team, the world record team for level 500. This is the Deathless team. This is the fastest team in the game for any level 500 faction. We got High King Irongut, Essence of Evil, Zul'Goth, and Leprechaun. I'm pretty sure I have this exactly right, but I might be, I might have something slightly off here. Like, I think Thrall, you can use Thrall. There's different weapons you can use. You can put them in a different order. But the way I do it is I'll cast Leprechaun. Hopefully that gets up something. And then you want to Devour twice with the High King Irongut, especially on the higher levels. That way he has a ton of attack, a ton of HP, a ton of armor. And then then you can cast Zul'Goth and nothing will backfire hard enough to kill you. So you Devour twice, you Zul'Goth once, and then you Skull the final one. That's how you kill all 4 of them. Devour 2 of them, Zul'Goth 1 of them, and Skull the final one. It's pretty easy. It's a really awesome team, and it's not even risky. Like, I can 9 times out of 10, like, I'll get it done super fast without losing any troops. Pretty much 10 times out of 10. I don't even think I would lose ever. Orb Weaver class is just for that final trait, Rising Shadows. So if you don't have that, don't use Orb Weaver. It's just to make it go a little bit faster. Try for the world record. Maybe get that Assassinate. So here is the final team, and these are pretty much all the meta teams, by the way. So low level, you got Rowan. High level, you got High King Irongut Zul'Goth world record team. And mid level, mid range, you got the Truffle Shuffle. Can definitely do Deathless as well on level 500 if you keep it looping. Just remember to never cast the Doomed Glaive unless you're finishing something off or you have perfect alignment towards the end of a battle. That's where I think some people make a mistake. They start casting the Doomed Glaive all willy-nilly. You need to get up the Forest Troll, either match brown or blue, get it up, cast it, make a bunch of green, get up your Gob Truffles, and Gob Truffle has the highest priority. If a Gob Truffle is up, you cast the Gob Truffle. No questions. If there's a different color on the board, you can take off, like let's say there's a purple extra turn, take it off of there. If there's a skull match extra turn on the board, get it out of there. You want to have the most green and brown as you can have on the board. You want to keep that loop going at all costs. So Gobtruffle, super high priority, always cast it if he's up. Forest Troll is there in case Gobtruffle's not up. And Doomglaive is only there to finish battles off or for like submerged enemies or like something like that. Perfect alignment if you want to be like impatient. But yeah, that is it for today. So perfect meta teams for City of Thieves with a warning. Don't make that permanent mistake. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.